return bus in a video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Skull Merchant as always, using the weirdest build probably ever created. The first perk we're using is called Cruel Limits. A very strong perk. Once a generator is completed, every single window and vault location on the entire map is automatically blocked by the NC for 30 seconds. Meaning survivors cannot vault windows or vaults while we have that perk activated. We have Dissolution, very simple perk. If a survivor will be injured by any means, after 3 seconds, the perk will activate, and in the next 20 seconds, if a survivor were to pass vault a pallet in our terror radius, the pallet will automatically get broken by the entity. Dead Man Switch. Once we hook a survivor, Dead Man Switch activates for 30 seconds. If a survivor gets out of a generator while Dead Man Switch activated, the entity will automatically block a generator for however many time is left on Dead Man Switch. And then lastly, we have Scored Pyramid Residence. We all know this perk does. Hook a survivor, the generator the most power will lose 20% automatically, yada. I'm using Loose Screw to make survivors be exhausted, which hopefully will pair well with Dissolution. That way we can Dissolution. But then I realized I was like, nah, it's not gonna really work. I don't need that. So I decided to change it out for Battle Targeting Processor and right on my strobe to make survivors move slowly, making them move, I believe, for 8 seconds or 7 seconds instead of the normal 6, and then they'll move a 13% slower instead of 10% slower, which is really strong. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get straight to the game so I can show you how weird, but also good, this build is. Okay, we're putting on Wretched Shop. So this map is actually pretty good for Skull Merge, but it's not really that good because it's kind of weird when it comes to loops. But not really that bad either because the map's not that big, even though it looks pretty big when you think about it, but it's not that bad. A lot of the loops you can use your drones on, but the problem is you don't use your drones. It's kind of annoying, but I think this map's pretty good on Skull Merchant. Now the reason I made this video, made this build, is because I was literally bored, and I was like, what perk do I literally never use? And the perk I was thinking about was Claustrophobia. But then I remembered that because of the fact that they got the train thing license back, also I missed my hit, I was like, wait a minute, the perk has a different name now, so it's called Cruel Limits now. So as a result, I'm gonna try and use Cruel Limits in this video, showcase how bad-ish good the perk is. The perk's really weird. I think the perk needs to be buffed. I don't know how you would buff it exactly. I think I'll make it so that way the vault locations are, I don't know, I would buff it so that way the vault locations are gonna be blocked for 60 seconds, but I feel like that might be too strong. But also I don't think it's that strong because the main problem with the perk is when it first came out, it only blocked vault locations that were 32 meters or 24 meters near the generator, which was awful. So they had buffed to make it so that way it will do the entire map, which is really good. But the problem is, it's like the timing of the perk activating and then survivors being actually in chase or actually being useful. It's so rare that it just doesn't feel like it's worth using or even good half the time. What is the reason why after the perk is so bad? Like you just barely get to use it half the time, and that's why I don't like it. Also, another thing is, I don't know if y'all watched my videos before, but hopefully you have. Thank you for returning. Also, of course, I'm not gonna hit her because I went too late, sadly. But you know my videos before, I always say that I feel like perks that activate based on a generator being completed are like the worst perks in the game, because the whole point of Killer is to do a generator. It's not a generator. Also, the girl got cloud trapped and then I killed her. I'm really happy. If she ran towards the pallet, she would have had a longer chase, but she got a little confused and died. But all I was gonna say was, the whole point of playing Killer is to stop the survivors from doing generators. But when you are using a perk that incentivizes, well, not really incentivizes, but a perk that benefits from survivors doing gens, the payoff for them doing that generator has to be good. And that's the problem with the perk. Every single generator, every single perk in the game that relies on survivors finishing generators is just not good. The only exception to those perks are the perks that have to do with the in-game collapse, like, for example, Blood Warden or No Way Out. There have been perks like that. Like, those perks are really good because even though they require the survivor to literally do generators, that's different because it stops them from leaving the game. Meanwhile, this perk is like, okay, a generator is completed and now they can't use vaults. That's useful, but when do you know 100% a generator is completed or not? You don't really know. Thanks to Dissolution, I was able to hit him. The reason why Dissolution worked that way is because, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, a long time ago, in this patch, they finally buffed, no, not really, but like reverted a change they made. I don't know if it was a bug or just an intended change, but basically, Skull Merchant drones, whenever you claw trap someone and injure them with the claw trap, would activate Dissolution, but for some strange reason, after like the past patch, it didn't happen. So as a result, it went away. So that girl, I just killed her because I realized you killed herself on the hook on the bottom left. So I was like, oh wait, man, you don't want to play the game anyway. Might as well kill you. So now it's gonna be a really easy win because survivors are like, I don't feel like playing in Storm Merchant. So yay. Oh, I missed my hit. Kind of bad at the game. And then I'm gonna chase the guy because I'm like, well, you already lost the game anyway. You're at 5 gens. I have a whole perk that stops you from playing the game, basically, if you do a gen. And I'm playing Skull Merchant and someone's dead. So basically, I win the game. So I don't really have to worry about anything. But because of that change where Dissolution now activates from Claw Traps, I'm actually able to break that one pallet when I first chased that guy, which was really useful. But that's all I really have to say right now when it comes to like this build. I think that generator perk's like the best generator perk in my opinion. Like the best perk that activates when generator is completed is 100% machine learning. First, it was already in my opinion the best one, but then also it's the fact that they buffed it and made it so it now lasts 60 seconds instead of 30 seconds. And in case you know what machine learning does, machine learning is a perk where basically if you kick a generator once, the perk will then light up. Once you kick a generator a second time, the perk will activate on that generator. And if a survivor were to complete a generator that was that you kicked, that generator become compromised, by the way. If they complete the compromised generator, you get a 10% haste boost and you get the untenable status effect for 60 seconds. And it's really useful because having the ability to move around the entire map untenable and also 10% faster is insanely strong for a killer. So as a result, that's really good. That's really strong perk. But the issue is every other perk in the game that requires a generator to be completed isn't really that good. Cool limits only lasts for 30 seconds instead of 60. And it's sometimes not even useful. Also, that guy in the corner of my eye go to the left, so I knew he was gonna go this way. And I downed him. Oh yeah, cool limit doesn't last that long. I think it's called not bird. What's that perk called? It's the perk where basically if a survivor were to complete a generator, you can see the aura of all survivors that are in that generator for I believe like 7 seconds. That perk got buffed this patch too, I believe, but that perk is not good. It's not bad. And it's really good for beginners, but in my opinion, it's not really a good perk because it's like you basically have no perk for the entire game, and then once they complete a generator, you know where they're going, and that's basically it. It's really good for information, I'm not gonna lie. I have used it in one of my builds before. I don't think it's a bad perk at all, but it's just not worth not running a meta perk or not running a perk that works with your killer. So I don't think it's worth it. Right here, I thought she could go for the window, side to side to swing, but she does not, so I'm kind of sad. But this build right here is kind of fun. I don't know. I just kind of came with a random build. Like I was gonna use Scorpion Resident. As you can see, we have cool limits now, so now she can't use any vaults. But it doesn't really matter because she wasn't going towards any vaults anyway. So that's the reason why. Like I said before, this perk is so situational. Also, it only lasts for 30 seconds. I wish it lasted for 60 seconds, but maybe it would be too strong if it lasted for 60 seconds. But the problem is, it already goes map wide, but no one uses it. Either they made it 60 seconds, people still wouldn't probably use this perk, and it still wouldn't be that strong. It's just so situational. That's why it's like not really that used ever. And in case you don't know, in Dead by Daylight, using a perk that's situational compared to a perk that works all the time is not that good. So that's the reason why you don't see it very often. But also in Dead by Daylight, different killers can use different perks. So for example, Dissolution, great on Skull Merchant, but like other killers probably would never use this perk. Like for example, Nurse would never use Dissolution. She has no reason to. She can already go through the pallets. It doesn't matter if they're broken or not. Right here, this girl can try to body block, and I'm like, no woman, I'm not looking for you, I want the guy. So as a result, I'm gonna try and go after, I think it was Victoria, I could be wrong. I wanted to name Victoria, but I'm gonna go after Victoria, I went down him, and then we're gonna hook him on the next hook. I believe it's right next to me, actually. Okay, maybe it's not, I'm bad. So I'm gonna hook him over here, and the game should be over soon, because of the fact that they only done one generator. That goes to Claw Trap now, I know exactly where she is, and they really didn't get any progress done because the girl was like, I'm gonna kill myself on the hook, even though I don't know why she did that, because she was actually doing a pretty decent chase until she messed up slightly. And then she's like, I'm done playing the Skull Merchant, bye. And I'm like, okie dokie. That's funny. But I know exactly where this girl's going, so I'm gonna try to use my radar tracker, and hopefully I can just get her before he tries to go for the rescue. I think he's trying to go for the rescue, but I'm like, I'm gonna just go through here. Oh, she's healing in the middle of the shop, but she has nowhere to go, and she's claw trapped, so if I can scan her, she's going to die. Right here, she's gonna probably draw this pallet. I thought she was gonna vault it, and she actually did, so that's funny. And then we're gonna hook her on a scorch. Not really a scorch, but on a hook and general, and that'll be the first game of the video. Now that I found the hatch for her, I might give her the hatch, but killing survivors is my blood points, so I'm gonna kill survivors instead. On the hook you go, And that was great. Now let's go to the second game so we can show y'all how weird but also good this build is, and how sometimes crew limits is actually really useful and sometimes it doesn't do anything. It's kind of funny. Okay, last game of the video, we're playing on Lapkin Lane. I did have a third game I was going to show y'all, but let's just say basically the game started off really well, but then the second like I hooked one person, well, the second I found someone, they just stopped playing the game and immediately killed themselves on the hook, and then everyone else realized there was no way they were gonna win, so they also killed themselves on the hook, and I was like, oh, okie dokie. So I was gonna post that video, but I was gonna post 3, but that one didn't make the cut. So we're gonna go to the last game of the video, which is me playing on Lampkin Lane, which I like this map a lot. So I'm gonna trade this girl. This loop is insanely strong. There's no way I'm gonna be able to beat her. The best way I can beat her is if I can get her to drop the pallet, and I can get her to balls to this solution. But instead, she just misplays, and I accidentally hit her while she is what's it called? While she is dropping the pallet. This girl's gonna get this girl. Dwight's gonna get scanned by the drone, but then try and chase me. So right here, this right here was so weird. So basically, my controller, I'm playing on console by the way, just decided to act so dumb right here. And then I can't move up and down. I'm literally stuck in one direction. Then my controller makes me spin around in a circle, and I'm like, what's happening? As you can see, it right there again. So right there, I'm like, I was so mad, and that's the reason why this video took so long to come out. By the way, first I was dealing with family stuff. I didn't mention this by the way, but so like I said in the last video, I had a death in the family. I went to the funeral, and I just had it some time by myself. Then I've been constantly working, so I haven't had time to make videos. And then afterwards, I had to go buy stuff for school because I go out to college. So I've been kind of busy. And that's the reason why you haven't seen any uploads. Even though I literally said I was going to try to upload more consistently. But then right after I started recording, like making videos, I was going to record for y'all, my controller stopped working. And I can't even make videos anymore because my controller's like, no. So I don't know if it's because of my controller or because of my PS5, in general. I feel like it's the controller. But I noticed that like, sometimes I just turn off my console, turn it back on, and my controller works. Sometimes I disconnect my controller and disconnect it and then reconnect it, and that doesn't work. But when I turn off my console and turn it back on, that works. I don't know, like maybe hard resetting the console fixes the issue. It is so weird why that just has to just randomly happen at the worst possible times, and it really annoys me because I'm trying to record a video or just play a game, and then my controller decides to act foolish, and I'm like, no, no, no. And it's weird, 'cause I'm not even playing like in a really stressful way that my controller like will break or anything. It just decides not to work, and I'm like, why? So right here, I'm trying to swing before he makes the pallet. The pallet's kind of far away, actually. I'm gonna break the pallet too because it's kind of in my way, and then we're gonna go after her. But anyway, that's the reason why I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm so sorry, like usual. I've said I plan to make a new series on the channel, and I do. I also plan to upload a different killer. On a spoiler alert, it's most likely to be Alien, because I like Alien a lot, and I haven't really played him before, and I was playing him, and I was losing some games. Not because I battle Alien, but because of the fact that, like, not having gym defense sometimes sucks. And because I don't have Alien leveled up to have every single perk in the game like I have with Skull Merchant, I don't have Scorcher, Pyramid, and then Pop Goes the Weasel, or any of those perks. So I can't really deter survivors from doing generators. So I just don't have any real way to do anything. I started using Ruin because I feel like Ruin's really good on him. No problem with Alien, and the main problem with that in general, it's like the best way to counter any killer in the game is just to use speed run gens. I thought the window was right there, but I kind of forgot they changed Haddonfield to make it so that way generators don't do that anymore. Right here, this guy's like, I give up. I'm like, yep, because there's not really much you can do in that situation. This is the worst palette ever created. I can't feel bad for him, honestly, but I still have to kill him because that's how WLA works. But yeah, that happened a lot of fun with Alien. I'm all gonna start a new series on my channel. I have 2 new series I want to start. I just don't know if I want to start the second one or not. I have a lot of stuff I want to do on my channel. I just need time. Like, that's the issue. I just don't have time. Like, I think I have time. I have to do something. I think I'm done doing that thing. I'm tired. Like, it's just like, ugh. Like, Dwight's gonna sign me. I'm like, Dwight, you're rude. But then because I have a clock up on him, I can just track where he is. So I don't know why he did that. He just ran for his life. But instead, his life is now forfeit because he decided to try and stun me. Soul tainted. So as a result, I was pretty sure, yeah, I still hear the chase music. So I'm a little confused. And then the girl's gonna try and flashbang me. I'm like, no. Thank the Lord. I really hate the flashbangs. Mainly because take flashlight timing is kind of tough-ish, but flashbang timing is no skill required. You just throw it, and it works, and it's so dumb. I don't know why they decided to do like that, but whatever. I think no skill was, and I can already see it in the comments. Oh my gosh, flashbang timing takes no skill. Well, flashbang timing takes no skill, but you literally play Scarlet. I can already see it. But anyway, that's how people are. But my point is, mind getting flashbang saves or, you know, flashlight saves at all. That's fine. But I just feel like in certain situations when you can't do anything about it, like you're just like, wow, that sucks. He was nowhere near me, and then he just decided to speed run across the universe with his stupid background player and lose. Like, oh, okay. Then I slug, and they're like, oh my gosh, why are you slugging? I'm like, well, you have background player plus flashbang plus flashlight, and the killer has to do something to win the game. So what do you expect me to do? Like, I don't get it. But this is weird. I didn't want to go after this guy, but I saw him running in the distance, so I was like, well, might as well. But now we already have like half the hook gauge completed because of the fact that we've been really on it. Then Dwight gets randomly claw trapped, and I'm just like, I don't understand how survivors get claw trapped. They can see the drone, they can hear the drone, they still get claw trapped. And I just saw him too. Like, I just went after this guy. So right now he's gonna summon me again with his head on. But because of my drone, I know he's right in front of me, so I'm gonna just kill him. I saw him, but then I have to make sure I saw him, so I use my drone, I mean my radar, just to make sure. And then there he was, and I'm like, okay, he needs to die. And surprisingly, he didn't have the side strike. I find it funny how his his little charm is just floating on me. That's kind of funny. But hook him? Oh, he's invisible. What the world? That's kind of weird. But I think it's probably a glitch. I don't think he was cheating or anything. I think that the game is bad because, you know, WWE has bugs every update. Like, they literally bug Dissolution with Scum Merchant. They bug anything at this point. But anyway, I see someone over here as Laura Croft. Luckily for me, she's injured, so all I have to do is down her. I don't know why these drivers haven't healed at all, by the way. And I'm kind of mad because Cruel Limits activated, but Cruel Limits didn't do anything for me because the perk doesn't do much half the time. All I have to do is buff it to make it 60 seconds, and the perk is great. It's just a really interesting thing. But anyway, I'm gonna go over here and get the generator. We have one person dead, and I think we have two people dead on hook, I believe. I believe it's Dwight and I can't remember his name, Ash. And then we have Laura Croft has died. So we're in a really, really good position right now. Actually, probably the best position we can possibly be in, besides the fact that we don't have Cruel Limits activating. But it's kind of a good thing though. You don't really want Cruel Limits to activate because of the fact that you don't want survivors to do gens. So I'm gonna try and patrol every single generator just to make sure I don't stay in one area, because half the time I stay in one area anyway because the survivors stay in one area, so I stay in one area. But I hear a generator. I have a strange feeling that it's Adam because, or Ash, whatever his name is, Ash. And then I hear Dwight come out the locker, and I hear what's her name? What is her name? I hear Dwight come out the locker. I hear Fangman. What's it called? Try and fall down. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go after Dwight because he's gonna head on me again for the third time. But this time I was actually aware. By aware I mean I wasn't actually even near the locker, so I didn't even get stunned. That's funny. But it's fine because Dwight's gonna be dead on hook, so all I have to do is catch him. But I know the power right here, which there is. I'm gonna try and mind game it, but he goes inside a locker. I'm like, wait a minute. Die. Give it to me. Yes. And Dwight is going to die because of the fact that he literally thought he could head on me, but he didn't have quick and quiet, so I heard him and he's dead. But the reason why I hesitated right there was for two reasons. The first reason was I thought head on had already activated, but then I realized it didn't because it takes 3 seconds to activate. And the second reason why I was hesitant to go over there is I believe the perk in the game called Flip Flop, or not right here. It's a perk. I can't remember the name of the perk, but it's like basically you can open a locker, but you don't actually go in the locker. And then once that happens, if you leave those scratch marks for like 3 seconds. Really, really good perk actually, because it basically makes it seem as if you went in the locker, but you didn't. Right here, I'm like, okay, he can't vault the window because of Cruel Limits, so he has to fall down here. So I'm putting a drum right here to make it so he gets scanned when he falls. But he's smart, and he's like, I'm not gonna go down there. Ash is smart. But the second I go upstairs, he can go down, and then I'm gonna scan with my drone because honestly, there's not really much he could do. The drone's gonna scan no matter what. I think he had balance landing. No, he didn't. He has pretty much has sprint burst. He definitely got a speed buff, but he made the sound as if he was had fatigue when he fell. So I know he didn't have balance landing. Right here, I'm trying to down him. He's like, I give up. There's no one making the pallet. I'm like, yes, sir. So now I'm trying to down him. And then I get flashbang again by Faint Min, and she misses, thank the Lord. And then we're gonna try and go to Faint Min, wherever she's gonna go. Luckily for me, she gets claw trapped because Survivor is so unaware. And I'm praying she just falls above me. And luckily for me, she does, and she dies. I was like, I bet she's gonna fall, and she literally did. So that was the last game of the video. I'm so sorry I only had 2 games for y'all. I recorded 3, but the 3rd game didn't go as planned. And then my controller not working really messed me up. And I decided to just post these 2 games. And also I haven't posted a video in a long time, so I really wanted to get something out for y'all. And I do apologize truly for not uploading consistently. I just feel so bad. I feel bad because like I literally said I'm gonna start a whole new series and proceed to just not upload for like 5 days. Like it just sucks. And I really feel bad, but I can't do anything. Not really, I can't do anything about it. But it's just like life is just. It's a weird summer, by the way, for me. That's why I have a hard time uploading consistently. But I'm trying my best, and I will definitely be back and do a better job. So please bear with me and forgive me. But in the end of the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any bills, let me know in the comments. If you have any comments in general, make sure you leave them. I will read every comment and respond. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.